All right, a little preamble. We're here at the old Genrad plant in Concord, Massachusetts to meet with and interview Pat Harding and her husband, Bill Harding. I'm here, and my assistant is Matt Fichtenbaum.
That was wise.
Now, just to begin this, Pat, as I recall, you were named for your Aunt Priscilla, who was married to Irvin Gross, an engineer in Peterson's audio group for many, many years. And then you went to school where?
Well, then, with Genrad's help, actually, and thank you, and your wonderful, what's the word, reference? I got into Stanford Business School.
Yeah, but where'd you go to school before you came to GR?
Oh, GR, University of Maine.
Okay, Orono?
Orono.
Majoring in?
Physics.
Physics.
And Bill majored in EE.
At Orono?
Yes.
Yeah, at Orono, I was the electrical engineering side of the family, so to speak.
And we went to high school together.
Which high?
Dexter High School.
Dexter?
Dexter, Maine.
Dexter, Maine. You don't talk like that.
Well, you know, I've been gone from New England for a while.
Good. All right, now, what brought you to GR and when?
Oh, I think it was 1972. I had started working at Raytheon.
Where?
In Sudbury. And it was an interesting experience because I lived in Billerica. It's about a 45-minute to an hour drive. I drove with carpooled with the manager 2 levels up from me and a couple others.
That's good.
We were supposed to get to work at 10 of 8. Oh, no, excuse me, 12 of 8. And leave at some such 12 of 5, maybe. And we would usually finally get there about 8:30.
Uh-oh.
And we had to go down and get coffee and donuts first, you know. And then we'd work, and then we'd take a coffee break, and then we'd work, and then we'd take an hour and a half lunch to go out to eat somewhere.
Sounds great.
And I've never been able to remember the afternoons. But we always left at about 4:30, 4:45.
Sounds like the ideal job.
And at one point, I saw that Genrad had openings, and I contacted Jim Farron and said, you know, Jim, I just was wondering if that's an opening that would...
You knew Jim because of...
Through Irvin.
Okay.
Uncle Irvin. So I talked to Jim, and he said, well, I don't really think this is the right position. And this was maybe March, I can't remember.
What year?
1972, I think. And then July, Raytheon has a plant shut down. So they said to me, well, Pat, you've only been working here 6 months. You don't qualify for 2 weeks off. You will work and make up the time, right? And I said, sure. Because think of the hours I was already working. I'm not sure how we make it up. But I came back to find my aunt had left me a message. And it was really Jim saying, would you come talk to us at Genrad?
Now, did you call her Priscilla, or was she Aunt Pat?
She was Aunt Priscilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, anyway, so that's when I ended up coming to Genrad, and the
Software.
first job was to convert the test system from paper tape to disc. The big discs. Remember those discs?
Yeah.
So that was the first job I worked
Working
on.
with who?
Dave Crocker? Carey. No. Dave Crocker? Dave Crocker?
Dave Crocker, yeah.
And Tom Bush?
Yeah.
I think those are the main 2 that I worked on. You were probably somehow around.
I think that was during my first absence from Genrad. I think I came back in 73.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Okay.
I think they didn't want me around to scare the likes of you off.
Oh, maybe that was it.
And Jim was your boss? Farron?
Yeah, he was well, I think I might have worked for Tom Bush, but I don't know. I don't really remember. Jim was definitely the real boss.
Yeah, because we didn't know what to do with the software group. So, Farron, right.
So that was what I did at first. Did that. I have to tell you one of my favorite Genrad stories.
Okay.
Well, see, Bill was the double E. I studied physics.
Right.
And more or less I got that stuff, but some of the electrical concepts I didn't understand. And yet I was programming the automatic test equipment, putting the language together for our customers to write their test programs. And
Now, caps existed.
this is after caps.
After caps.
This is while caps is already working. Just new equipment for new test capabilities. And I'll tell you, I had this problem. It would just always, I would make this measurement and it was always either 2x or 50% of what I thought it should be. I spent about 3 to 4 days debugging that, working on it, trying to get it, and it would always almost just escape at the last second. But I found out how to make it happen. And then I called in Steen Bentzen.
Steen Bentzen.
And I said, Steen,
You can't say
what's
Steen Bentzen, it's Steen Bentzen.
So I said, what's happening? And he looked at it with me for a little bit, and once he understood it, he said, that's because it's peak to peak into 50 ohms. And I said,
What the hell is that?
and he said, so that's what it should be. I went, you're sure? He said, sure. And so you know what? Every time I met with a customer after that, they would tell me, well, there's this one strange thing. And he said, make this measurement, and it's always twice what I think it should be. And I say, that's because it's peak to peak into 50 ohms.
I love it.
I'm a genius.
I love it. That's great.